Hi children, how are you? Today we will discuss 2021 batch SSC exam. SC exam which is conducted because due to present pandemic situation they may cancel the board exam. May, not 100% sure. So Omicron virus is spreading now. So that is why if by chance any final exams are cancelled, they may consider these marks. Anyway, yesterday only it has conducted. So now let us discuss the same paper, SSC paper, Math, 10th class. Okay. Now we have the first question. Find the HCF of 168 and 264 using prime factorization method. Usually will be asked like find the HCF using Euclid division lemma. That is actually a general question we expect. But this time he gave a different manner. So which is prime factorization method. So first question. First we have to factorize 168. As you do factorization, you have to use the prime numbers. So 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 2 4s are 2 2s are 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2, 3 7s are 21, 7 1s are 7. So therefore 168 we can write as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7. Similarly, we have to factorize 264. As you do factorization, again you have to go for prime numbers. 2 1s are 2 3s are 2 2s are 4. 2 6 are 12 and 2 6 are 12. Okay, and 2 3s are 6. So 2 3s are 6. Okay, 3 into 11, 33. So therefore, other than this we won't get it. Okay, so therefore now we need to write all the factors here. 11 1s are 11. So therefore 264 we can write as, so 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 11. Okay, as you do, now we need to select the common factors here. Okay, so 30 is 2 2 0, okay, 2 6 is 12, 2 6 is 12, 2 3 is 2, right, correct. Now, what is the common factor? 2 is the common factor, here also 2 is the common factor, and here 2 is the common factor, and here 3 is the common factor. So therefore means common factor should be there both in the first line, second line, or else first number, second number. They are called common factors. So as you see, only these are common factors. So 7 is not common in both the lines. So just multiply. 2 4, 2 2 is 8 into 3 equal to 24. Because 2 2 is 4, 8, 4 2 is 8, 8 3 is 24. So therefore HCF of the given number is equal to 24. That's it. Now next, let us see the next question. Right, next question. So write log 81 plus log 64 log 5 minus log 72 in log n form, which is also called shortcut form. So shortcut form is log n form. After log there should be only one number, though we have 81, 64, 5, 72. So it is looking like log a plus log b plus log c. Log a plus log b equal to log a into b. Addition will become multiplication, we know it. So therefore, as we see, second solution. So we can write as log of 81 into 64 into 5, and log minus log 72 you can write as by, because log x minus log y equal to log x by y. So here 72. Okay, 9 9s are 81, 9 8s are 72, 8 8s are 64, 8 5s are 40, 40 into 9 equal to 360. So therefore log 360, which is exactly log n format only. That's it. Next question. Question number 3. Write the set Wheeler form of A. So set A is given as, if you observe, all are perfect cubes only. So 1 cube, 2 cube equal to 8, 3 cube 27, 4 cube 64, 5 cube is 125. So we need to write set Wheeler form, which is also called description form, which is also called rule form, and for our convenient we will call it as sentence form, because all the formats, formula type only will be having. So we can write x cube such that x belongs to natural numbers, x less than 6 or x less than or equal to 5 also we can write. Remember, the same thing you can write in using English statement also, but when we have to write in general, when this kind of writing is not possible, then we will write an English statement. Example, A-E-I-O-U, vowels are there. So vowels, I can't frame any this construction, right? Construction means this kind of set is not possible, formation is not possible. Then what I have to do in that case, I have to write set builder form as so X such that X is an English alphabet, English vowels. So definitely that only. Otherwise X belongs to this. This is not possible. Okay, right. Anyway, since SSC, so even if you write it as a sentence also, they will give the marks. Okay. Now let us see next setup. So there is a graph here. X minus y is equal to 5. These are all 1 mark questions. So x minus y is equal to 5. We need to fill the table. Actually, it is a linear equation. So we'll get a straight line. So x equal to minus 2. If you substitute minus 2 in place of x, actually x minus y is equal to 5 is the equation. So then x equal to actually y plus 5, or else minus 2 if you substitute in place of x, minus y is equal to 5. Minus 2 if you transpose y, that will become plus 2. 5 plus 2 equal to 7. So minus y equal to 7 means y will be minus 7. So minus 2 comma minus 7 is the first point. Similarly, substitute in place of x minus 1. Minus 1 and minus y is equal to 5. Okay. So minus y equal to, if you transpose minus 1 here, that will become plus 6. So therefore y is equal to minus 6. So here y is equal to minus 6. Similarly, if x equal to 0, 0 minus y equal to 5. So minus y equal to 5, y is equal to minus 5. So minus 5 here. Similarly, if you substitute x is equal to 1, 1 minus y is equal to 5, minus y equal to 4, because 5 minus 1, 4, y equal to minus 4. So here minus 4. If x equal to 2, 2 minus y equal to 5, minus y equal to 5 minus 2, 3. So y is equal to minus 3. That's it. Only we need to fill the table. No need to draw the graph, because only prepare the following table. That's it. To draw, only prepare the table. That's it. Okay. Now let us see next set of questions. Right. Next. So we have two linear equations. We have pair of linear equations. We have, and the two lines are coincident lines. For what value of k, the both the equations, both the linear equations will become coincident lines that we have to find. So we know very well coincident lines. If both two lines are coincident, we have the condition a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Coincident lines means, so both are called, they are also called dependent lines. The second line will completely depends on the first line. So these two are called coincident lines. So therefore now let us substitute 2 by k is equal to 5 by minus 7 equal to minus 7 by 14. So any one of those two you can equate, because 5 by minus 10 equal to minus 1 by 2, this is also minus 1 by 2. So let us equate these two. So therefore 5 ones are 5 twos are. So 2 by k equal to 5 by minus 2. If you apply the cross multiplication, 5 into k is equal to minus 4, because 2 twos are 4, and k is equal to minus 4 by 5. Okay. So therefore, if the k value is equal to minus 4 by 5, for that particular value, the two lines will become coincident lines. Next thing, list out all the subsets of a given set. A is a finite set 1, 2, 3. And so we have to first find out the cardinal number. N of A equal to 3 elements are there, 1, 2, 3. Not because of the last number is 3. 3 elements are there. Okay, make a note. So number of subsets equal to formula. Number of subsets we can write as, so 2 to the power of n formula. So that is equal to 2 cube, which is equal to 8. So 8 subsets are possible. Make sure children will confuse here whether I have to keep all the sets within the curly brackets or not. That is different. That is power set. We are not writing the power set. We are writing all the list of subsets. So now write here list of subsets equal to first write all the single elements 1, 2, 2, 3 and all completed. Next 1, 2 combination we have to write 1, 2 and 2, 3, and finally 1, 2, 3. Okay, or 1, 3 also left out, 1, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Now how many you have? 7 you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is the last one? Empty set is a subset to every set. So all the single elements along with empty brackets and double elements, triple elements, you will get 8 sets are possible, 8 subsets are possible. That's it. So luckily actually this 80 marks paper, earlier we used to have two papers, paper 1 40, paper 2 40, but here he mixed all the chapters, paper 1, paper 2 consolidated, entire maths textbook he gave for 80 marks paper. Okay, so with this we completed all the short answer questions. I mean the first section, that is 2 mark questions we completed. Now let us see group B. Group B questions we will see. So next question, it is given from 12th chapter, application of trigonometry. So question number 7. A girl standing at a distance of 10 meters from the foot of a coconut tree. So imagine, actually this is a very interesting, this is the first introduction figure of the the trigonometry, actually application of trigonometry, first diagram. Okay, so here we have a girl here standing here. So this is the height of a coconut tree. Let us say AB is a coconut tree 10 meters away from the foot of the tree, that is 10 meters here. Let us say A is the position of the girl. Okay, top of the angle of elevation 30 degrees. So direct elevation means from the ground, from the earth. So elevation equal to here theta degrees. That's it. So therefore, now this is the tree. Now write all the description. What is that? AB is the height of the tree. AB is the sorry, not AB. Let us say this is C. Otherwise, so AB is the height of the tree, and BC is the distance of the girl 10 meters away from the foot of the tree, and AC is called line of sight, and theta is called angle of elevation. What is the theta value given? 30 degrees given. That's it. So angle of elevation equal to 30 degrees. Draw the suitable diagram. Drawing is not the ultimate job. You have to write the complete thing what you have. So that is important. Okay. Next. So 8th question. A ladder 17 meters long reaches the window. So imagine this is a window. AB is the actually wall. So reaches the window here. Okay. This ladder will be slant only. Okay. 17 meters long. So it is 17 meters long. Reaches a window. Okay. Actually here 90. Reaches a window of 15 meters above the ground. So 15 meters is the above the ground. So determine the distance from the foot of the ladder. So here it is the foot of the ladder. Here imagine this is a wall. AB is a wall. So BC is the distance which we have to calculate. AC is the ladder. What you have? Pythagoras theorem. So if you apply Pythagoras theorem, this will become hypotenuse. And with respect to theta, if you take this acute angle, so now you can calculate as AB square equal to AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. AB square equal to, already we have 15 square. So BC square equal to, I don't know. I mean that we have to calculate. And AC square equal to 17 square. So BC square equal to 17 square minus 15 square. So that is equal to 17 square equal to 289. And 15 square equal to 225, which is equal to 9 minus 5 4, 8 minus 2 equal to 6. So 64. BC square equal to 64. BC is equal to 8 centimeters. Because 8 is 64. If you don't know 17 square, 18 square, you can apply A plus B into A minus B. What is that? So 17 plus 15, A plus B into 17 minus 15, A minus B, which is equal to 32 here. Into 2, 17 minus 2, which is equal to 64. Same answer you will get it. Okay, now worries at all. Okay, now let us see 9th question. Express cos theta in terms of tan. Very simple. Okay, so most of the cases these expressions will come. What we have to do means let us try to utilize the identities, that is Pythagorean identity. So we know that. Okay, so we have to write cos theta in terms of tan, means cos equal to something. It should be everything you have to see, only tan only you have to see. That is what he is expecting. So we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Very well. Okay, transpose secant square to the tan square to the right side. Secant square equal to 1 plus tan square. 1 plus tan square. But secant equal to, actually we can call it as 1 by cos. Reciprocal, cos square theta. So that is equal to 1 by cos theta whole square actually. Okay. So 1 by cos square or 1 by cos theta whole square, whatever. Okay. Right. Okay, I'll write it this way. So we will get as secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, I am continuing the 8th question here, 9th question here. So sec theta is equal to root 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, but sec is equal to 1 by cos. 1 by cos is cos theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta. But what we want cos just a reciprocality. Imagine that is a whole divided by 1. So if you take the reciprocal, cos theta is equal to root 1 by root 1 plus tan square theta. That's it. Okay, very simple. Okay, even the same questions. Actually, these conversions will be generally given in 1 mark question in board exam every time. So have a look on them. Next we have a trigonometry table based question. Right. Now if you see there, all the angles are standard angles 30, 45, 60. So and you have to use the trigonometry table, not the complementary angles. Okay. So actually, if you did not see, I made a video. So how to find out the angles with the 2 triangles only. With the 2 triangles are sufficient. So take 2 right angle triangles here, 1, 2, 3, and here 1, 2, 1. Here, so which is close to 3, take 30 degrees, and this is 60 degrees. And since it is isosceles triangle, so it will be 45, and this is also 45. So these, now here you have to keep the root for the second triangle root, here first triangle root, because it will satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. Now enough, you can write any angle here. So sin 30 degrees opposite side equal to 1 and hypotenuse equal to 2. So 1 by 2 is the answer, first one, plus tan 45. Tan 45 is equal to opposite by adjacent, which is equal to 1 by 1, 1. Okay, minus cosecant 60. So cosecant 60 equal to cosec formula equal to hypotenuse by opposite. Okay, that is 2 by root 3. Next, by here cot 45. Cot 45 equal to so adjacent by opposite side, which equal to 1 by 1, which is 1, plus cos 60 adjacent by hypotenuse, which equal to 1 by 2, and sec 30 degrees hypotenuse by adjacent, which equal to 2 by 3, sorry, minus 2 by 3. Okay, but interestingly here all are same, numerator and denominator, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1, 1. So 2 by root 3, entirely you can cancel equal to 1. Directly textbook question he just gave like that only. Exercise 11.2 you see all the trigonometry based level questions, I mean table based questions are there. So in that it is there. Okay, now let us see next question. Right. Now 11th question and 12th are the last 2 questions in section B. Find the mode of the given data. Mode is nothing but most repeated observation, which is out of all the observations, there will be 1 or 2 or 3 numbers which are repeated more than remaining observations, more number of times. So what is repeated here? Obviously, very clearly 3 is repeated 3 times. So therefore, the mode of the given data equal to 3. And since only one observation is there, this is called unimodal data. Unimodal means only one mode is existed. Okay, right? Bimodal, trimodal we have. Okay, so now let us see next 12th question. Write the formula of mean of deviation method. So mostly in statistics, any one of the 3 formulas will be asked. Step deviation method, mean formula for grouped, median for grouped, mode for grouped data. So anyway, formula for deviation method. So that is mean equal to a plus, which is also called assumed mean, and in ICSE it is called shortcut method. So a plus sigma Fy into di by sigma Fy. So this is also called, see here, instead of mean we can write x bar also. So you need to explain all the terms. X bar stands for mean, a is assumed mean, sigma Fy sum of the frequencies, di equal to xi minus a. Xi minus a means, so the class marks minus the difference of class marks and assumed mean is nothing but deviation, and sigma Fy di, so no need to write anything because it is summation of the product of frequency and deviation actually, but usually we write x bar a sigma fi and dA only. Okay, that's it. So with this we completed section B. Now we are into next we are into section 2, which are all 4-mark questions, and so section 3 also 4-mark questions. So I think we have to do remaining. Actually, this paper may also useful for further exams, which when you are preparing for the board exam, not only this academic year, but even upcoming academic years also, because all the questions are selected and given now. So this is also will be helpful, right? Now question number 13. So use Euclid division algorithm to show that square of any positive integer is of the form 3p or 3p plus 1. So the square of any positive integer is of the form 3p, 3p plus 1. Actually, what is the meaning of this? If you take 17, so or else if you take 7, so 7 square equal to 49. This 49, if you divide by 3, 49 if you divide by 3, so 3 ones are 3, 1 carry 19, 3 6 are 18. So what is the remainder? 1 is the remainder. So therefore 49 you can write as, 49 is actually square of any one positive integer. 49 you can write as 3 into something, that is plus 1. So which is 3p. 3p stands for your quotient. 3 into 16. So 48 plus 1, 49. So therefore I have applied a square of one number randomly. I got one answer 49. If I divide by 3, I got 3p plus 1 format. So like that, if you take any number in the world, so if you square it, after squaring if you divide, so that can be written, okay, square of any integer, whatever the number it may be, after squaring it will be any one of these two formats only, 3p or 3p plus 1. Okay, clear? Good. Now let us see how to prove. Because he is asking Euclid division algorithm, okay, it takes a lengthy one, please concentrate here. So from the given A equal to, actually B equal to, divisor is called B, solution, B is equal to 3 and remainder is always less than 3, that is 3, 2, 1, 0. So strike out 3 because the remainder always less than the divisor. So substitute B comma R values in Euclid division lemma. Okay. So what is Euclid division lemma? A is equal to BQ plus R. Okay. Where 0 less than where R less than B. Remainder should be less than divisor and should be greater than or equal to 0. So this is the condition. Now I am substituting B comma R values. If B is equal to 3, R is equal to 0, A is equal to 3 into Q plus 0. So children, actually since P is asking, some students will keep P here directly, don't keep like that. Always the number should be 3 Q in the form of Q terms only, and ultimately the result we have to show in terms of P or in terms of M or in terms of whatever it is given. Okay. So 3Q plus 0. And if B is equal to 3, R is equal to 1, A is equal to, we'll get 3Q plus 1. Next one is plus 2 because R is equal to 2 here, B is equal to 3. Very simple. A is equal to 3Q plus 2. So altogether we got 3 numbers, but that is not a ultimate result to decide. We need to apply the square and we have to decide. Let us take case 1. Case 1 means the first number. A is equal to 3Q plus 0. Plus 0 is negligible. We no need to take care of it. Let us apply squaring on both sides because he is asking square of any integer. So if you apply here, A square equal to 3Q whole square. So that is equal to A square equal to 3Q whole square means 9Q square. So if you take 3 common, you will get a 3Q square within the bracket. So which is in the form of 3p, where p is equal to 3q square for some positive integers, that we have to write. So therefore the first number, when I squared it, I got 3p format. Now next let us take case 2, means the second number, that is equal to A is equal to 3q plus 1. Again if you apply squaring on both sides, we will get A square equal to, are you listening or sleeping? Okay, look at here, very important question. in whole textbook, a few questions are very important, 100% sure question, in which this will come. Because using Euclid division number patterns is very important. Okay. So a square equal to 3q plus 1 whole square, that is equal to a plus b whole square format. You have to expand, because which is a binomial. A square means 3q whole square plus 1 square plus 2ab, 2 into 3q plus 1. So this 1 I can write at end also, because a square plus 2ab plus 1. Okay. So plus 1 square. Okay, clear? So 3q square equal to, we can get 9q square, 2 into 3 equal to 6q plus 1. So we can take the 3 common from the first two terms. If you take the common from the first two terms, you will get 3 into 3q square plus 2q. Okay, plus 1 will be outside, because I can't get the common here. So I get 3 into p plus 1. So we got 3p plus 1 format. Okay. So next, last number part we have to. Right, last number is a equal to 3q plus 2. I applied squaring on both sides. So I get a square equal to 3q square. A square plus 2ab, 2 into 3q into 2 plus b square means 2 square. So that is equal to 9q square. 2 3 is 6, 6 2 is 12, 12q, 2 2 is 4. So this 4 can I write as can I write 3 plus 1? 4 equal to 3 plus 1 we can write, because to take the common here. So as I take the 3 common here, so 3 I can take from the first 3 numbers, last plus 1 will be like that only. So 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, 3 1 is 3. Q square is there, right? Q square plus 4q plus 1. So this entire part we have to consider as p. So 3p plus 1. So that is equal to 3p plus 1. So all the 3 numbers we got either of the format, either 3p or 3p plus 1. So therefore what